Unfortunately, I sold my item off for gold. I'm not really crazy about it because I have another chest piece anyway that I like, but I sold off my chest piece, one of my chest pieces for gold, and then I didn't have a chance to use money on that lady to test her thing where she supposedly always tells the truth when she has money on offer. I'm not really sure how some of this works. I didn't really get a chance to test that as far as I can tell. Oh,
this token from me.
This bastard. 10 gold. Well, I want that back. Well, I'm not getting it back. Thanks for that. Thank you so much. No. I'm not ready to go back to the Mulberry Inn, as it turns out. The Old Maiden. Supplies, longer life, or gold. I could buy supplies with my gold, so let's go ask for longer life. Thing you can't buy usually. Ooh, 15 is good too.
Fire is a symbol of so much. Purity, will, creative force, and power. A moment of inattention, and it becomes pure destruction.
Another chance to try to save the members of this family. I need to save the husband in order to get the token, as far as I can tell. Which is not easy, but I have my NPC friend that helps with wheels, so we'll see how that goes. Or I can send Malaclips in to attempt a rescue. Should I test that? I haven't done that before. Let's test that. But I assume that puts him out of commission, just like it does when you use his power, so we'll see. We can't just let them die. Malaclips casts a ward of protection, and with fear in his eyes, enters the burning building. Can't we just... Oh, God.
Man. You must appreciate that this game, has been my focus for more years than I can count. I have a certain pride regarding its twists and turns.
We have such a low chance of success here. Holy crap. I have to get the timing down just right. So, I take it the way it works here is that you can send your companion in and then they can try to save somebody, but then they take, if they fail, they are out of commission for some time, or maybe forever. Or maybe they just get hurt a little bit like I did, depending on which failure card you draw. I'm not sure if this is worth it when Malaclips gives you the power to re-roll your own wheel, for example, but we'll see. Success. Confirm or choose again. Why would I choose it? I guess sometimes you might have a reason to choose again when you've gotten this, but no. This is the only good card. Well, good job.
That should help.
Suddenly, when all seems lost, the silhouette of a figure appears at the front door. It is Malaclips, and miraculously he is unscathed. You think you can make out some shapes coming from the smoke. Did Malaclips manage to save them all? Oh, now it's my turn, isn't it? Or is it still Malaclips? I'm not really sure. There's a lot of people to save this time around, aren't there? Aw, I want to save 2. A lone girl follows shortly after, collapsing onto Malaclips, gasping for air. The villagers rush in and aid the family. While Malaclips was unable to save everyone, the villagers are grateful for your valiant effort. Oh, it ends. So, if you send your companion in, they'll stop. And you can't tell them to keep going, apparently. And when... So I can't... Oh... And then, why can't we just both help? Why is it a choice? We should both be able to help, and both risk ourselves. Or I should be able to pick up the slack when Malaclips is stopping or something. But yeah, it just ends. Oh well. Next time, I guess. Oh, I should have camped. You travel to Shipwreck Port by wagon. You ride in relative silence until Borden turns to you and asks, quite seriously, what do you think of the boss? Tell him you find Father Galfrey hard to read. Borden trusts you a little less, so Borden's really loyal to Galfrey, it would seem. At the port, you are approached by a pirate bearing a load of stolen lamps. Borden goes to give him a sack of gold, presumably payment. The unusually pale pirate shakes his head. No. He pulls out a rusty bucket and his sword. I want blood. Theirs. Borden looks at you expectantly, as if you shouldn't protest. 3 life pain cards. Fuck. Let's go for it. I'm healthy. 15 life. 10 max life. 15. Wow, I just lost 40 health. Borden trusts you a little more. You should trust me a whole lot more. I just got stabbed for you, you fuck. You retrieve the crates of stolen lamps and pile them onto the wagon before setting off. After your blood donation. When you arrive at the drop-off point, Borden is seized with sudden emotion. I'm sorry I asked to give you blood. I'm a terrible person, aren't I? Tell him he is quite a terrible person. Attempt to comfort him. What the fuck is this?
The pendulum swings like a scythe, bearing hope or failure.
Oh god, do I want to press it right on the right spot, or do I want to press it like with leading or something? Does it take time to stop or no? Oh my god. Okay, so it stops immediately. I've never seen that before. There was no warning. Oh god. There's another gambit then? So we have spinning cards, we have dice, we have the card game, and we have the pendulum. I like that they're switching it up instead of just the one card thing over and over again, which is still my least favorite of all of them. Borden trusts you a little more. Borden wrings his hands as if he would very much like to leave. I should go. What do you think about Father Galfrey? The boss always makes sure we get our cut. You can't ask for any better, really, in a guild of scoundrels like us. Okay. About your past. I don't know if I should be telling you that sort of thing. Bribe with gold? He nervously takes your money. Oh, boy. Where was my bribe option with the other person? Did she just trust me so much that she gave me every answer? I was a farmer before this. That's all we got? That he used to be a farmer? Ask him about his family. Bribe him with gold, I suppose. I don't even know if this is useful information. Well, I'm nailing it. Borden perks up a little. Yes, I have a beautiful wife. It's difficult to see her as I travel on jobs so often. He has a beautiful wife. But what opportunity do I have for this information to contradict other information? Ask about his favorite food? Oh, blackberry tart, or maybe apple tart. Borden begins to sweat, seemingly from the pressure of the question. Really? Why are you so nervous about your favorite food? Huh. Well, bid goodbye. You wonder how much Borden has told you today is a lie. Well, he seems to be panicking about nonsensical questions, so really everyone's suspicious so far, which isn't really helpful. But the woman explicitly lied. I don't remember her name. I don't remember any of their names outside of when I'm actually saying them. I'm bad about that. But thankfully we can, they're in a list order. And as long as I can try to keep the two men separate from each other, we can kind of keep track of who's who. Alright. For once, Father Galfrey is merely sitting and staring silently at his papers. The quill is stationary in his hand. Tomorrow evening I may die. For the briefest moment, fatigue crosses his face. Father Galfrey appears, all at once, very old. I hope you will know who the assassin is before then. Ask why he trusts you. Father Galfrey looks at you sadly. Even if you were to steal the ring from my hand, you could never truly be a part of this guild. No, you don't have the heart for it. Ask to borrow gold for the from the guild's coffers to bribe the suspects. I cannot. I'd have to lie to the guild's records. Father Galfrey's jowls quiver in shock at the suggestions. For the briefest moment, fatigue crosses his face. That's the usual. Let's go on a job with Grindon. The one who tells tall tales, supposedly. I've told Grindon to stake out the castle by Moorhammer. Moorhammer Lake for any movement, out or in. The lady of the castle owes us a considerable debt. There's the usual spot. I'm starving to
Balance
death.
of resources is key. No one wants to perish wealthy, but starving.
It's the general store. 10 food for 30 gold. Or 3 for 10. God damn. Let's see, like if you bought them at this rate, you'd get 7 overall. So it's a savings of getting 3 more food overall if you buy it for this much. I could see myself going for this. The problem is I'll then be short on money for bribing, but I do need food to survive. Although the savings between this and this is only 1 food overall, so maybe I'll just go for one of these. Because I do need some for bribing. I'll get 2 of these, which should be enough for the entire floor and presumably the rest of the dungeon as a result. You can sell a goblin ring, but it's just not worth much.
Here we begin to see the potential of cards based around fame. If you can force them from your deck and into your hands, you can begin to exploit their power.
We finally see it. The Elder's Gift, this hollow foil card in my deck that I don't know what it does yet. Raiders have destroyed our village, the Elder explains in a hushed voice. They were searching for this. He draws a weapon from his cloak and hands it to you. Zealer draws a platinum equipment card, which has to be Retha's Ire.
Mighty weapon from a mightier warrior than you, I think.
And I have the fame for it, don't I? Yeah. That's a bastard of a weapon, and I gained 8 fame. The Elder's eyes widen as the weapon gives off a faint glow as it rests in your hands. You are indeed worthy of this gift, he continues. May this weapon bring you better fortunes than it did our people, and may their sacrifice be your gain. So it's a guaranteed platinum weapon if you have a platinum weapon in the deck, which I do. That's a good one. I'm gonna wander around and heal for a bit.
Chance or 2, perhaps.
Bertha's Bedding House. Beside a busy Empire Road, you spy a ramshackle stall, whereupon a few ramshackle people are seated on stools rolling dice. You approach the stall, and behind the table is a little girl practicing on a poorly tuned violin. Beside her awaits a squat lady clad in flowery apron. Welcome, have a seat. Do try the spice cakes, I baked them this morning. Bertha smiles at you warmly. What would you like to play? I've got dice, I've got cards, and buckets of coins for winnings. 3 games today. You can try to steal from the patrons, or you can play dice and cards and give it a shot. I don't like cards very much. Let's play dice, which I assume is the dice minigame too. Fuck it. Betting 15, all in. This is a bad idea. Remember, Poppet, it's double or nothing. Bertha hands you 3 well-worn dice. If your third roll is the highest, you'll win enough to buy your sweetheart something from the market. Fuck. If your third roll is the highest. That's a completely different proportion than before. Does that mean I want to roll as low as possible? That's a high roll. It's not what I want. Oh, and you can't do the gamble thing where you re-roll some of the dice because it's a genuine dice roll. So we need to roll at least an 11. Well, right now we want to roll less than 11. I think. Yes. Wait. My target's 11 now, even though this is my second roll? Do I have to beat my previous roll every time in addition to the last one being the highest? Because, Jesus, that's not easy to do. Shit. Alright. That was a cocked die. You're supposed to re-roll when those happen. No, you don't want to... Okay, it was saying target as if I wanted to beat it, but I totally didn't want to beat it. Okay, so now I need to beat an 11 on the third roll. I was right to think that the second roll was... Wait, Oh, there's 3 dice, okay. From that perspective, it looks like there's 2, and I'm like, what are you doing to me? No, that's not fair. Yep, that was easy. Congratulations, dear. You've won 30 gold. With the original bet of 15. You gain 30 gold. Sweet. Let's try that again. Dice for 15. Let's do it again. Even though what I just did was probably improbably... What I just did was probably improbable. Oh, I'm making it harder for myself. I don't understand the reroll mechanic, by the way. It lets you re-roll if you haven't reached the target, but you want to roll as low as possible. So why not let me re-roll the high numbers to make them lower? It seems kind of nonsensical, like utterly nonsensical how this is laid out mechanically.
Back to the bones.
Yes.
I hope you have learned to be their master.
Re-roll the high one to make it even lower. Or the same number, I guess. Now the third one. This is your last roll. Beat a 12, beat a 12, beat a 12. Not quite. Yes. We're getting a lot of money. What am I even gonna do with it? I don't know. We got money, I guess. Alright, we got 30 gold. Jeez. All in. Why not? We're not all in. That's not what that means. But trying it a third time for the sake of it. Yes, low number.
Well done. You continue to impress.
So lower than 9 is the goal. Fuck me. We're fucked. Just nope. No chance of success, basically. There's only 3 numbers higher than 15. Oh no. That's pretty good though, actually. That's pretty good. Oh my god, I did it. Wow, okay. Wow, look at all this money. Even though this challenge is about to end in like a moment, and I probably will not have anything to spend them on. So I gained 45 gold overall. With a dull tinkle, Bertha rings a small rusted handbell. Time to go home. She hands out the rest of her baked goods, and the rough patrons wander off sadly. Ooh, I'll make a donation. Ooh. Unfortunately, the game's over, basically, so which one of these is going to be useful to me? 2 food after every dice gambit. Could you imagine if I had this a moment ago? I would have so much food. I just did... I don't even know what was that 3 dice gambits or was that 9 dice gambits? I don't even know which one they'd count it as, but it was a lot of dice gambits. I'd have so much food. More health every time you get gold. I need healing to be happening in this game, so that's not a bad idea. Monk's Vitality. You can discard food and equipment in order to get max life. That's not gonna... I'm not really getting a good spot for that. Gain up to 20... I'm not likely to join another map. Simony Remedy. Gain. If you have 0 gold and 0 food at the beginning of a new map, draw 5 gain cards and discard this card. That's a neat one. It's very specific though. You have to have no gold and no food, which is a little hard to do. Because you have to spend exactly how much gold you have or lose it to an event. And then you have to like enter the last tile on your last food, basically. I think Gold Zealot's the no-brainer here, because it could heal me with gold gain, and I need healing for what is likely going to be a final boss fight, as per the usual pattern. Receive plus 15 life for every gold gain card you receive. And that's all we get. 61 more gold. I'm a bit concerned at the moment. I only have 10 out of 19 clues, and I think this is the last floor. So I'm like, I'm not sure. Like, I got tons of clues before this even started, and now I've gained like barely any clues. And I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I feel like I haven't had more opportunities to do anything about it. Maybe there's a grand finale with a lot of clues at the end, and I'm just gathering some information now and seeing if they contradict it later. Maybe. The Guild. With a shout, Grindon signals your arrival at the castle by Moorhammer Lake. You find some long grass and settle down for the day. Despite being a stakeout, Grindon happily talks quite loudly. You know, my sources tell me the lady inside is wanted for high treason. Of course, this is the guy that lies constantly. He suddenly pulls out a bit of charcoal and paper. Would you like my autograph? Oh yes, Mr. Boastful Man, so much. You allow him to scribble his name on the roll of paper. He tucks it lovingly into your hand. He trusts you a little more. Time passes, but nobody leaves or enters the modest castle. I say, who are you anyway? Grindon retrieves a boiled sweet from a paper bag and pops into his mouth. I have not seen you around before. That's an interesting option. You can say you're a new recruit, or you can say that you're a leader of the Thieves Guild in disguise. Do you match his boastfulness, basically, or not? I'm curious what this will do. So I'm gonna pretend to be the leader of the Thieves Guild. Grindon raises his eyebrows. Really? What are you doing here with me on this job? So you're here to personally congratulate him. Oh wow. Grindon bows his head in deference. I can't believe it. I mean, I suppose I am quite handsome and good at this job to boot. Can I ask you a question? Are you really planning to assassinate the Emperor? Oh, obviously. Grindon crinkles the paper bag of sweets, wide-eyed. But I heard the Emperor's got magic keeping him alive. You gain 2 fame. Grindon trusts you a little more. This is totally working. Little else happens during the stakeout. You spend most of the time watching a dog sleep. Before you head your separate ways, you take the chance to question Grindon. Let's ask about your past. That's usually the juicy one. Well, I used to be a famed actor, but that was a while ago. Grindon said he used to be a famed actor. Father Gallifrey? Father Gallifrey? A doddering old fool. I'm surprised he hasn't already been replaced by a younger, more dashing guild member. He's gone soft in his old age. The other day, he let one of the rabble go free after they mucked up a job. No thumbs chopped off, nothing. So, we have one character that's like, fuck that guy, about our leader. Another person that seems to be lying, and another person who is incredibly nervous about all the questions. So all of them are suspicious at the same time. Great. Ask about his favorite food. Ah, great question. I would be a sugar-spun swan, no doubt. Oh, no, it would be, not I would be. This isn't a Facebook poll. Ask about his family. Who needs family when I have so many devoted followers? He's very full of himself, as expected. 2 fame. Alright. You wonder how much Grindon has told you today is a lie. They all gave me one key piece of information, basically. That's the main thing that I have to go on. A roadside inn welcomes you with its warm glow and flowing mead. Food and equipment sale has refreshed. So Galfrey, Borden long time, Borden will tell the truth while drunk. Rowena long time, Rowena was 3rd Legion. Rowena money. Grindon long time, Grindon wild accusations while lying, while drunk. Galfrey said the assassin will likely lie no matter what. So we really don't have a lot going on here. Borden has a beautiful wife. Rowena's the 7th Legion. Grindon used to be a famed actor. So the question is whether or not, whose information will be contradicted later, although Rowena's information's already contradicted, so she's probably the killer, and maybe that's all there is to it, but I found out that out so fast that I find myself, and I have so few of the clues that I find myself wondering if there's something else I'm supposed to figure out still that I'm missing. I'm not sure. Let's trade. A hunched elderly trader blinks up at you. Thieves Guild, hey? He sells the ruby ring. Blessed life. Gain plus 10 max life while you have more blessings than curses, which I do. And that's all it does. So it's 10 max life for 22 gold. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with my money. Besides, but I could bribe people in the finale potentially. I don't know what the finale is going to be. I might need the money for bribing. So let's just get enough food to heal myself. Right now I have 2, I need to keep 1 food for when I get to the ending. So I can buy a few. I can get 20 health, basically. I want to save the rest, just in case. I'm doing a lot of stuff based on uncertainty because I don't know how this scenario works ultimately, and I'm just kind of guessing. Alright, so I have 1 food left over to step on the last tile. Min-maxing this shit, apparently.
A rotten priest and a rotten thief. Expend the effort to save him, and watch thousands wail as they lose their hard-earned wealth.
A death at the Mulberry Inn. Someone must die. You find Father Galfrey at his usual place next to the fire. As you seat yourself opposite him, you notice that he looks distinctly calm, despite the foretelling of his death tonight. You watch Borden, Rowena, and Grinden roaming about the tavern. Find and eliminate the assassin before they eliminate me. However, I cannot be responsible for what may happen if you accuse one of my silencers wrongly. The red candle upon the fireplace burns tall. Well, Rowena's the only person that's lied so far, right? Let's try Rowena. Ooh. Rowena continues to sharpen her blades. Not even looking up at you. So your options here are give them money, or accuse people, or drink with them. Let's drink with Borden, the one that actually it gives up information when you drink with them. Drink with Borden to gain information. Borden looks happy that you offered. I'll have a mulberry wine then, if you're offering. Oh, fuck. Woo, that's terrifying. That's a tiny one. So there's a gold, silver, and bronze difficulty, it looks like. Drunken Borden pulls you close and whispers fearfully, "Don't let her hear this, but the redhead is ruthless. She infiltrated the 3rd Legion as an Empire soldier for 6 moons and killed her commander in cold blood." So she was in 3rd Legion, so she is lying. Borden drunkenly said that Rowan was in the 3rd Legion of the Empire and killed her captain. The red candle burns tall. Do I have to get all 19 clues in order to get the objective done, or do I just need to win and accuse the correct person? Do something else. Rowena. Let's bribe for information, which she might be lying about. Borden seems to be telling the truth because his information matches up with the leader, whereas her accounting does not match up with either of them. That was a close one. You lose 20 gold and hand the money over. You're looking for the one with the gray eyes. Rowena said the assassin is Grindan. The red candle burns tall. I think we're already set, honestly. I think that's it, isn't it? They said that Rowena will always tell the truth when you pay them money, and Borden will always tell the truth when they drink. And Borden and the Guildmaster both say Rowena was in the 3rd, where Rowena says that Borden's the killer and that she was in the 7th. So her feedback makes sense if she's the assassin who will lie no matter what. Curious about Grinden? Is there a... It's still been saying the candle burns tall, so I think I'm doing fine on time, right? Let's see. Let's bribe Grinden for a bit. I'll go all in on money, screw it. What am I gonna use the money for? I just want to see if any additional information comes up. There we go. Come to think of it, the soothsayer here told me not to trust the color red. Rowena has red hair. Grinden claps his hands as if that settled the matter. Grinden said not to trust the color red. Okay, so a lot of information saying that Rowena is the traitor. Still burns tall. Do something else. Talk to Father Galfrey about the details. Offer to stand guard beside him all night. Hear the death threat again. When the red candle's flame burns out on his last evening of the Mulberry Inn, the false priest will have his sins appeased. Huh. The red candle burns tall. I'm assuming that it's going to be like the red candle is dwindling or something. Like it's not going to just be like, oh, the red candle instantly burned out. I assume. Because it says it burns tall, so that's supposed to be indication that I have time, right? Let's drink with Grindon. I want to hear his boasting, just for fun. Grindon takes the offer of a drink without hesitation. Oh yeah, he makes it easy on you.
Breathe, you have done well.
I mean, Borden is old, real old. He's been here before I was born, I'm sure. He's probably trying to off the boss because he needs a change of pace, I would. While drunk, Grindon said that he thinks the assassin's Borden. So his version of lying is to accuse the guy that we think is not the assassin. Do something else. Rowena. Let's drink with Rowena to gain information. I do not drink. It dulls the senses. Oh. Well, you're nice. Well, we're out of options now. Rowena, accuse. Rowena draws a pair of cruel daggers from her cloak, grinning menacingly. You think you can face me? You've uncovered the assassin. Seems to say that I'm just right immediately. Rowena rallies some guild minions. I thought you guys had... Oh, wow, you guys are not organized at all. You have tons of traitors, apparently. Do I get allies in this fight? I should. I better get allies in this fight. That's dumb. Where's all the loyal members of the guild to help me? They should be the majority of them, right? Silence Rowena. Her loyalty is to gold is staunch and unwavering. By the way, I've enjoyed this scenario overall. This is a neat scenario. Give me that bubble. I've got a big old fuck you hammer. Woo! Oh boy. Boom! Tell me more about how heavy weapons are ineffective against these guys. Seems to not be the case. Seems to be kicking some serious ass, honestly. The game seems full of shit about how its weapons classifications actually work. Heavy attack. Sure, that felt good. Ow. Oh, the fight doesn't end? I killed the traitor. They're still loyal to no one? There we go. I'll show you in your weapon triangle. As the violence subsides, you realize that Father Galfrey is standing next to you, eyeing Rowena's body glibly. Such a shame. I think... Oh, 15 out of 19 clues is crossed out. Does that mean I don't get it? That's frustrating. Did I need even more money or something? I thank you for your services. He places a heavy bag of gold in your hand, then returns to his seat by the fireplace.
There is still a chance of completion, but no chance of perfection now.
Really? Really? You successfully figure out who the traitor is on your first try and take them out, and you still don't get the gold. Damn.
More cards, more choices, more tokens to unlock.
Or surviving your foray into the Thieves Guild. Barrowborough. Fallen Treasure. Soothsayer. Trading House. Dark Alleys. Cry of Victory. Thieves' Folly. Mask of Holy Fortunes. Sacrificial Blades. For exploring the land, your supplies have been added to. You can get 10 gold at your starting, or 5 max life, or the Merchant's Ring. For convincing Merc to help Malaclips, the Underneath. There we go. Bit of progress feels good after the mess that I was getting out of the Emperor scenario. We'll see if I can do better in the future.